Dave Pufta.
Yeah.
Possibly.
That was pretty good. Yeah. Thank you. Hey guys, I'm not going to get philosophical on you. I'm going to talk about butts and stuff. Yeah, I'll get a whoop every once in a while. So I was walking down the street and I was at a crosswalk and there was a real like hot mom. She was wearing yoga pants and stuff. She had her baby in her carriage in front of her, and she goes to cross the street and a car hits her baby. This actually happened. The baby was fine though. It just kind of bumped it. It was a car to go, and I run up to the mom and I say, "Hey, is your baby okay? Is everything all right?" She says, "Yeah, it's fine. Thanks for asking." What I really wanted to say was, "Is your ass okay?" Because it's beautiful. And every guy wants to say that. We all know it. Side note though, I was thinking as we were crossing before the baby got hit, why is the white man telling us to cross the street? Anybody recognize that? Everybody thinks that green is go. Everybody thinks that green is go, but they have to go with the white man. I just think that's strange. And if there was an intention behind that, shame on that person or people. So I think that all women are beautiful in some way. Even older women, like grandmothers, like they're beautiful. They didn't lose it just because they got older. And all women have a certain smell, and it's nice. It's wonderful, and it's kind of floral, and everybody has their own. And you can easily check out a woman and not get caught. Don't try to smell a woman in public. You will get caught, or you will have some weird explaining to do. A woman walks by me, and I just smell a little bit, and what do you? It's a weird thing to try to act out. The smelling is weird, but you do it. And she's like, "What are you trying to smell me or something? You sort of pervert?" It's like, no. I think there's a gas leak somewhere. Somewhere there's a gas leak. I'm gonna find it. Another one walks by. "Did you just try to smell me?" No. Somebody at this party has got pepperoni pizza. Double cheeseburger, pepperoni pizza with a little bit of jalapenos on it. It's pineapple. Are you hungry? Yeah. I'm not smooth. I've got a girlfriend, and she's very attractive, I think, and she's blonde, blue eyes, and she's not this. So I'm trying to keep that going for as long as possible. But I want to be smoother, and I don't know how to do that. I want entrance music, like a WWF wrestler. Anybody ever think about this? I play a little game for myself that is just giving people entrance music. I'm going to do a couple quick things here, a little crowd work. So what's your name in the black vest? Katie. What's your favorite hobby?
Running.
Running? Okay. So your entrance music is Life After Love, Cher. Ollie, is that right? What's your favorite flower? Didn't matter what you said. Your entrance music is "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal. I want my entrance music to be Clarence Carter's "Strokin'," because it's cool. It's a little sexual. It's very sexual, and that's the sort of persona that I want to have. So, who knows? Next time I'm up, I might have a boombox.
How does it go? Sing it.
So he goes, "I'm stroking to the east, and I'm stroking to the west." That's all. It's a lot of talking. Watch the video. It's on YouTube. It's really funny. And picture me when you do. Thanks, guys. I'm Dave Pufta. I've been stroking it. Thanks.
There we go. Thank you, Dave. That was very. I like you, Dave. I like everybody. Thank you for coming out, guys. Honor everybody.
It's alright, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Yay, my turn. Alright, so I'm going to get philosophical. I'm going to talk about free will. And I've decided it does not exist. It just doesn't. There's no way we make our own choices. Because the concept of free will, that implies that we could do anything with our lives. And if we could do anything, then why do all of us just basically do nothing? We could live our dreams. But in all of America, there's like 3 people living their dreams. It's like Bill Gates, Michael Jordan, and maybe that guy on 6th Street in the American flag dog. He looks happy, but that's about it. The rest of us, we just kind of go to work, do something really mediocre all day, watch TV, pass out, and that's about it. There's no free will. Also, that idea that there's no free will makes me feel better about being here, because it's like, I didn't choose this, you know? It's just what it is. Also, if there is free will, who's doing the choosing? Because I don't know about y'all, but there's at least 2 of me. There's the higher self, the higher Kyle. It's like, I want to work out, eat right, work on myself. You know, I try so hard. That higher Kyle tries so hard. But the lower one is just like hopelessly addicted to bad food and pornography. Hopelessly. It's a constant struggle. And they talk to each other too. It's like, fuck, cheese, bacon, shut up, you're gross, shut up. Rachel Starr, Lexi Bell, stop it. Don't jerk off again. It's already been twice today. It's tough. And I'm basically just paraphrasing Freud. Second time Freud's been brought up tonight. Weird, huh? But yeah, I'm plagiarizing Freud, so I'll just name it what it is. The higher self is the superego. That's the one that's trying to hold back the id. The id's the asshole, the one that loves bad food and porn. And sometimes I think about, like, what if one of them just took over, right? So what if my superego just died right now? Like the guy that's trying to hold back that id, what if he died right now? It's just the id. Within like a minute, I would have my phone out, pornography. I'd have called Domino's at some point. Within another minute, there'd just be like semen all over me. I don't know, this seems like a pretty non-judgmental place, so maybe I wouldn't get arrested, maybe I would. If I did get arrested, the guy from Domino's is going to show up and he's going to be like, well, I got this pizza, and somebody's going to be like, well, he's gone, he got arrested, he was jerking off on stage. It's the first time we ever saw that, I don't know. But he's gone, so we can't pay for that. Well, he already paid for it, he used a credit card, so you guys want this pizza? Yeah, sure, what's on it? Like triple cheese, 2 bacon, like a lot of pepperoni. Wow, that guy has no self-respect whatsoever. No, he doesn't. Yeah, so that's what the id would do, just jerk off and eat pizza. So about porn, I think pornography addiction is something that like people have heard about, but nobody takes seriously. But it's real. Like that shit is real, and it's because porn's too good. Like back in the day when you had to use magazines or whatever, it's not that good. But these days you can just see whatever you want, and there's so much of it. Like I have a girlfriend, and sometimes I still jerk off instead, just because it's like, yeah, she has tits and they're fine, but she only has 2 of them. There's infinite tits on the internet. And I'll leave you with this. This is true, actually. This is actually true. I'm going to tell you a true fact. In Japan, there's a growing number of asexual men. They consider themselves asexual because they would rather jerk off than pursue women. And it's like, oh, wow, why would they do that? Well, what's easier, porn or women? Does anyone know? I do. I actually know that. It's porn. All right. Thank you very much. And it's a small class. There was only like 8 people there the first week.
That's pretty small.
Right?
Yeah.
And at least 3 of them were like, oh, hey, man, your first class? What's up? And I'm like, no. I was here in this class with you last week.
Shit.
And
yeah.
they didn't remember me at all. So, like...
It happens to other people.
And not only that, it's just like this idea that, like, other people think about you. They don't. Other people do not think about you.
Yeah, so why do you have to care?
Right, you shouldn't.
Unless you do something that shit crazy.
And there was something that I heard in another podcast. It was this idea that you go through the stages of your life.
Yeah.
When you're young, you care too much about what people think of you. Mm-hmm. When you're middle-aged, you kind of get over that. You don't care what they think of you.
Yeah.
And then when you're old, you realize they never thought about you at all. And that's the idea. So that's what I wanted.
Yep.
That's what I wanted to get off there. That's the idea I had.
I mean, I don't know it from experience, like not completely throughout that, young, middle-aged, old sort of thing, but I can see myself getting at it. I think everybody
You care
does.
less?
A lot.
I still care a lot.
I care, but way, way less.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's good.
And it is noticeable. I remember, I think everybody in high school, like growing up, they care a lot about that sort of stuff.
Sure.
I think it's just nature, and I think they hit it. Whoever said that, hit it. And then, now where I'm at, like I do care, sure, in certain situations, but most, like that sort of thing, that's why I feel that my comfort level, or my perceived comfort level on stage, is probably pretty good, because I just don't care as much.
But
I do care a little bit.
you say that that's almost a misperception. You've said that in the past.
Sometimes, yeah. But there are times like tonight, didn't care, didn't care. And I've had other nights like that. And I do think that...
Even beforehand, did you not care the entire time?
What do you mean? Just in general at all the sets that I've done?
No. Tonight. Like, you didn't care as you were up there, but did you care beforehand? Were you, like, nervous?
No, not tonight.
I did.
It was one of those things that just never came up. Sometimes it does. Like Java this Wednesday, I think I told you about this. I felt pretty good before you came in. I said I was like writing notes and I was brainstorming and I felt good. And if I would have went on first, I would have went boom. But then I got enough time to kind of get in my head and yeah, you just don't know when it's going to come up.
Same thing here. We went down late.
Yeah, and sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. For me, it's very unpredictable.
Yeah.
But I do think more often than not, so far, I've been very lucky that my head has not gotten in that spot.
Huh.
Not consistently.
I played games with myself. I cared a lot right beforehand, and it was almost like a surprise to myself that I didn't care.
It's like a jolt. Oh, when you're up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because beforehand, I'm like my heart's beating faster, and then I'm like, okay, meditate. I'm like, I practice that.
Yeah.
So I was looking into this and trying to meditate, and like, okay, get yourself under control, like, even saying mantras and stuff,
Yeah.
And then, like I said, it was a surprise to myself that I didn't care. I don't know why I didn't. Alcohol is definitely a part of it, but also I would have been just as drunk right before going up, so I don't know why.
Yeah, I
It's weird.
couldn't tell you, but I do think I noticed. It was pretty much right when we sat down. Right when we sat down, you started to care, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's. I can see it.
it's palpable.
Yeah.
Did and Phil, I always want the truth. Like, did it seem like I cared?
Here and there, but overall, you seem pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall,
Right.
you definitely. We talked about this before. You don't. You find your voice, and that's when you are at ease. You didn't seem like you did that yet, but overall, you seem like
Year of our Lord.
October 10/10/14.
10/10/14.
This is
Story
Friday
of a
night.
girl. I've already done that. I did that a few times ago.
This is Friday night.
Yeah.
We are at Cenote.
C-Note.
C-Note. The C-Note. It is the first time that we've done a Friday night open mic.
Yep. Proud of us.
Proud of us? You're proud of us. You're both proud of us. The higher Kyle and you are proud of us. Thanks. I think we did good overall. I think you did good. I felt good. I don't know exactly, how I did, but
I'll be honest.
I
I
felt good.
had one of those moments. And I have them about half the time, honestly. But I had one of those moments where I was like, I'm just not gonna do it.
Oh, just before.
Yeah, like a few people into it, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do it.
What made you feel that way? Just like the crowd, the room, the vibe. It wasn't a room, it was outside.
Yeah, it's really intimidating.
See, this is where I think the alcohol is the great
Equalizer, yeah.
Like it just levels you off. And I didn't drink much, but I feel
Enough.
enough of it to be fine.
Yeah, I texted Sandra. She's like, "How, good luck or whatever." And I just said, "Thanks. I didn't care. I was proud of not caring, but it's not really the drunk helps, you know.
Yeah.
I wonder 100% sober if it would have been the same. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, it depends. It always depends on the circumstances. So, how did you feel individually, though? Like, about your material?
All right, I want to get it out because I mentioned it before.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by you because I know it wasn't part of it. It was just, it came up. The girl asked you how the song goes that you mentioned. And even in everyday life, when somebody asks, how does that song go? The unconfident answer is, oh, I don't know.
Exactly,
I can't do it right now. And you just went with it, and it was really impressive. I was really impressed by that. And
did
you did
it sound good?
You did it well. You did it like a little dance, and it was good. It was cool.
I did one of these.
No, it was really, really good.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was competent.
I think one of the main
Best part of
reasons,
the set for me.
Really?
Yeah, easily. Just
that
because
ended strong. That was the end too.
Because of what I said too. Like, it's easy to say something you already rehearsed, kind of.
But then to do it.
But that wasn't rehearsed. Again, that's what I'm saying too.
It was semi-rehearsed.
Oh, really?
I was not going to do it, but I rehearsed like me doing it. And
either way,
I cut it out.
It's still putting yourself out there.
Yeah, it is big time.
And I also didn't expect the crowd work. I didn't know you were going to do that. And we both done it now. Crowd work, high five.
There you go.
Boom.
I think it was
whatever.
I think it was good.
It's whatever. The only thing was, I don't know if this was why she was put off, but the girl, you asked her name.
Yeah.
She'd already performed, so her name got said a couple times.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter, but I think that's
But then I
probably
did remember the other guy's name right next
Ollie,
to her.
yeah.
But it was just because his name was mentioned a bunch of times.
He's a different
Ollie.
race.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of those things that you recognize people of a different.
Yeah. But you felt the same. It's just like,
race.
it's whatever. Crowd work.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't really even recognize the fact that there was a little, I don't know, tension or whatever from her or anybody. I just did it, and then I was
No empathy whatsoever from you.
No.
Complete failure to recognize emotions of others, and
Yeah, borderline autistic.
somewhat psychopathic. Maybe psychopathic, actually.
Yeah, maybe a hair. Yeah. I felt very. I didn't really care on this one. Not in a bad way, but I had, going to the terminology that you use, my ego was kind of dropped it down.
Yeah.
Wasn't at the id level, but I definitely I shed some of it.
I guess it's a double-edged sword with a venue like this. I was saying, I think it was before the podcast, I said I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's intimidating because there's no laughs, but also when there's no laughs, the bar gets dropped. When other people, and the guy before me bombed probably the worst of all.
The one that started with the bank pen thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad start. It was a pretty good
funny.
start. Pretty good energy.
Yeah.
But he just gave up, basically. It was kind of like I'm not ready for this.
Yeah.
And he just kind of gave up. And
He was Cherrywood too.
Was he?
Yeah. I don't remember.
See,
much
how
of
the
set.
fuck? I don't have that capacity. Maybe I just don't care, but I don't know.
Probably.
So, I actually made a note for this podcast. I had a couple things I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
And that reminds me of something. So, that very idea right there, that I didn't remember him, it kind of makes me think about, okay, so the reasons you might feel resistance towards open mics, right?
Yes.
And I don't know if you do. I'll be honest. I feel huge resistance, and I just admitted, I didn't want to do it right beforehand. And I feel that same kind of thing for anything, really. Anything that is good in my life. I don't want to do it. And I just started doing jiu-jitsu. I mentioned that to you before.
Sure.
And I had the same kind of resistance towards it the other night. And part of it's insecurity. It's you just don't want to put yourself out there. And for me, I had done a free class beforehand of jiu-jitsu. And I was like, they think of me as that weird guy, the new guy, they don't like me. I don't want to go there, right? And that was kind of the thought process in my head, right?
Yeah.
So I go, and it's a small class. There was only 8 people there the first week.
That's pretty small.
Right?
Yeah.